Hello, students. Take out your drama book. Open page number 108. Today we will start Act 3, Scene 1. Act 3, Scene 1. This scene is set in Venice, a street of Venice. Enter Salanio and Salarino. Salanio, what news from the Venetian Stock Exchange? Then Salarino replies that it is confirmed report that one of Antonio's ship with expensive cargo is destroyed in the narrow sea channel, and he thinks that they call the place Goodwin Sands, a dangerous shallow place where many good ships are believed to have been destroyed and their parts are still buried in that place, if a talkative woman rumor is to be believed. Then Salanio says, I only hope that Madame Rumor is as big a liar as an old woman who chewed ginger and made her neighbors believe that she has wept when her third husband died. Without speaking much or beating about the bush, I am afraid that the noble Antonio, I wish I could find an adjective suitable enough to be added to his name. Then Salarino says, come on, put an end to your story. Just tell me the full story. Then Salanio says, what did you say? The sum and substance is that Antonio has lost a ship. Then Salanio says that this is the full story that Antonio's ship has been destroyed. Then Salarino says, I hope it may be the end of his losses. That it is the end of the losses incurred by Antonio. Then Salanio says, let me say quickly, Amin, so to that wish immediately, before the devil can ruin it. For here comes the devil in the form of a Jew. And as he says this, enter Shylock. Well, Shylock, what is the news today among the merchants? Then Shylock says, you better than anyone else know well that my daughter has eloped. Then Salarino says, it is quite correct. I even knew the tailor who has stitched the clothes with which she has eloped. Then Salanio says, Shylock, for his part, knew that the young bird was ready to fly away, as it is the nature of all the young birds to leave the mother. Then Shylock says, well, she will be damned for doing so. Then Salarino says, that is sure, even she is judged by the devil. Then Shylock says, oh, my own flesh and blood has rebelled against me. Then Salarino says, there is more difference between you and her than there is between two colors, black and white. There is more difference between your blood and hers than there is between ordinary red wine and the expensive white German wine. But tell us, have you heard whether Antonia has lost a ship at sea or not? Then Shylock says, there I have another bad bargain, and it is a bankrupt, a spendthrift who can hardly show his face on exchange. He is a beggar now who used to come smiling so self-satisfied to the market. Let him take care of his bond. He used to call me a moneylender. Let him take care of his bond. He used to lend the money free of interest as an act of Christian charity. Now let him take care to redeem his bond in time. Then Salerno says, well, I am sure that if he fails to pay in time, he will not insist on taking his flesh. What use it is of for you? Then Shylock says that I will use it to bait a fish. I will catch a fish with it. If it will not feed anything else, at least I will take my revenge. He has humiliated me and made me lose 500,000 ducats. He has made fun of my losses and mocked at my gains, despised my race, interfered in my business deals, diminished my friends' affections, and incited my enemies. Why does he do so? All these things, it is only because I am a Jew. Has not a Jew eyes like other men? Has he not hands, physical organs, body forms, the same senses and affections and passions? Is he not fed with the same food as other men, hurt by the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same medicines, warmed by summer and cooled by winter, just as a Christian is? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? If you wrong us, do we not take revenge? If we are like you in all the other things, we shall also be like you in those things. If a Jew does injustice to a Christian, does he? Does the Christian show humility? No, he will take revenge. If a Christian wrongs a Jew, what should the Jew's reaction be? According to the Christian example, why it should be revenge. So the wicked behavior that you teach me, I shall carry out, and it will be strange if I do not improve upon the lesson you have taught me. And then a servant enters. So, gentlemen, my master Antonio is at his house and wants to speak to both of you. Then Salarino says, we have been looking for him everywhere. Then Salanio says, here comes another man from the same race. We could not find a third to match these two unless the devil himself were to become a Jew. Then Salarino, and servants goes away and enter Tubal. Tubal is the name of Shylock's best friend. Shylock, well, Tubal, what news from Geneva? Have you found my daughter? Then Tubal says that I have went to the places wherever I heard the news about her, but I have not been able to find her. Then Shylock says that I have lost a diamond that has cost me 2,000 ducats in Frankfurt. The Asian curse never fell upon our race till now. I never felt its effect. 2,000 ducats lost in a diamond alone. And besides, I lost many other precious jewels. I wish that my daughter were dead before me with the diamonds in her ear. I wish that the dead body was kept at my feet with my ducats in a coffin. Have you no news of them? So much is spent in the search for her. Oh, what loss upon loss. The thief has run away with so much, and now so much has been spent trying to find them. I have neither satisfaction nor revenge. Only bad luck has fallen upon me, and there is no sympathy for me from anywhere. There are no sighs except the sighs that I breathe. There are no tears except the ones shed by me. Then Tubal says, yes, other men too have the bad luck. That is Antonio. I have heard about it. Then Shylock says, what has he had bad luck to? How, what? Then Tubal says that one of his ship has been wrecked. Then Shylock says, thank God, is it true? Tubal says that I have spoken with the sailors who have been saved from the wreck. Then Shylock says that thank God, this is good news. Where did you hear it? In Geneva? Then Tubal says that yes, I have heard that your daughter has spent 80 ducats in one night. Then Shylock, that you have stabbed me with a dagger. I will never see my money again. 80 ducats at one time. Then Tubal, many of Antonio's creditors has sailed with me to Venice. They said that he cannot avoid going, but he will definitely become bankrupt. Then Shylock says, I am glad to hear it. Then he says that I will torture him and I am glad to hear about it that his ships has been destroyed. Then Tubal says one of them showed me a ring which he had got from your daughter in return of a monkey. Your ring has been exchanged for monkey. Then Shylock says, shame on her, you torture me, Tubal. That was my turquoise ring given to me by my wife, whose name is Lee. I would not have exchanged it for the horde of monkeys. Then Tubal says, surely Antonio is ruined. Indeed, that's very true. Go ahead, Tubal, and hire a law officer for me by paying him an advance fees. Exchange him, engage him a fortnight in advance. Hire him 14 days before. I shall have Antonio's heart if he fails to meet the conditions laid down in the bond. Once he is out of Venice, I could make as much profit as I like. Go ahead and do it, Tubal, and then meet me at our Jewish synagogue, Jewish temple. So they exit. And with this, we come to an end of Act 3, Scene 1. Student, please read the act and try to do the question answers in the workbook.